Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 4 big reasons why Cardano ADA is the best blue chip for investments. At least that's what people are saying. If you enjoy this sort of content, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's waste no time. Let's go. So we're going to start here on coin market cap. The total market cap of crypto globally is now at $4 trillion, up 3.07% in the past 24 hours, with Bitcoin at 116,424.47, up 3.14% in the past 24 hours. We're here to talk about Cardano, which is up 5.72% in the past 24 hours, sitting at 83.24 or 83 cent 24, I should probably say. So if we actually have a look at the yearly, we're up 117.07, looking pretty good. But if we actually go back to the market cap, right, it's just dropped a little bit, ever so slightly, basically $4 trillion as it was earlier. Like I've been saying, we're probably expecting this to go to about $10 trillion for the peak of this bull run. It's going to be really interesting if we get to that, big mighty figure. I think we have a huge chance to do so heading towards the end of 2025 and into 2026. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. But look, let's stick with Cardano. Cardano price prediction, according to this article, can Cardano ADA reach $2 in 2025? Again, just really interesting stuff. I think that it can, right? We've got ADA is trading between 80 and 95 cent range recently, with key resistance sitting at $1, $1.20. A strong breakout above this level could open the door to $1.30 and beyond, setting the stage for a run towards $2. With key upgrades to scalability with Hydra, the mithril aspect of things, the accessibility to Bitcoin's liquidity, I guess the level of focus on DeFi, and obviously, money being poured in to stable coins. And then you've got the compliant privacy layer with Midnight. We're going to come on to Midnight because there's big updates. I've been telling you, Midnight is one of those really big projects that you don't want to be sleeping on. And ultimately, you can get it airdropped to you if you hold one of like 8 different altcoins or 7 altcoins and then Bitcoin, right? Like, just to be, really accurate in what I'm saying. So, whether you hold Cardano ADA, XRP, BAT, which is, what do you call it? The privacy token, the web browser. I forgot what it's called. Let me know in the comments. You've got Solana, you've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, the list goes on, right? Like if you hold any of those tokens, there's an airdrop right now for Midnight. You shouldn't be sleeping on it, is basically what I'm poorly trying to articulate. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. Treat everything that I say in this video with a pinch of salt. Go do your own research. Never invest more than you're willing to lose, because you do risk losing all your money if you invest in crypto. It's super risky, nothing's guaranteed, and all the price details I talk about are just examples in this video. It's for educational and entertainment purposes only. We got Cardano price forecast, ADA steadies amid Midnight and Google Cloud Union. So basically, Midnight has partnered with Google. I mean, like I've been saying that this is a really big opportunity. I have also been saying that Midnight is the missing piece of the jigsaw when it comes to bringing in mainstream adoption for Cardano, right? A privacy layer that is compliant, being able to mask and unmask your information on the blockchain, right? That is what is missing right now, right? It's compliant in the respect that the government could be able to unmask it if they needed to, if they've got legal reasons to do so. Government's probably not the best example, probably not one that people in crypto are going to be that fond of, because the governments are overstepping the line a little bit at the moment, particularly in the UK with all this nonsense of arresting people for hurty words on different platforms, whether that's X, Facebook or whatever. Seeing some of that makes me realize I made the right decision leaving the UK when I did. Santander, as much as I hate that bank, they debanked me. They made me feel like I was a criminal for investing in cryptocurrency, which is, there's nothing wrong with putting your hard-earned money into an investment instrument. And the ironic thing was, it was XRP that I was buying with the money that I took from my Santander account and onboarded to Coinbase back in 2019. And you know, they're partnered with Ripple. Like, I mean, the irony is just unbelievable. It's good for them, but it's not good for me. They debanked me, made me feel like a criminal. And at that point, I just decided I am out of the UK. I'm leaving. I'm not going to pay into the system anymore. And, you know, I left. And ultimately, looking back, it seems like Santander did me a huge favor. They made me realize what the UK was and how controlling it was becoming. So yeah, look, the compliant privacy will allow those, you know, arseholes like Santander to be able to put everything on the blockchain, because you'll be able to mask and unmask it, which means that, you know, you'll have, say, Cardano as an example, right? I'm not saying this is going to happen, it's not guaranteed, but let's say banks start using the Cardano ecosystem, right? They start using the blockchain, you know, through midnight, for example. You won't be able to see what, you know, people are buying on chain. That's how you want it. But, you know, if you wanted to let your tax advisor see that, because they need to be able to do your tax returns, they'd be able to see it. On the flip side, you've got healthcare. The NHS is in an absolute state. You would be able to have, you know, ownership of your own medical records, and you'd be able to unmask that for, you know, doctors, medical professionals, you know, pharmacists, that sort of stuff, and keep it hidden from anybody else that you don't want to see it. So I think this stuff is really, really big. It's really crucial. It's the missing piece of the jigsaw, as I mentioned earlier. So, you know, I think that we could see some pretty decent moves for Cardano. Moving on, 4 reasons Cardano ADA is the best altcoin blue chip in October. They're talking about, obviously, the new governance action proposal, 50 million ADA Treasury injection to boost Cardano DeFi, focusing on stablecoin liquidity, DEXs, and lending protocols. We're going to see a big, big move from that, right? You've got the talk about, you know, the Senate Banking Committee roundtable discussing crypto market structured legislation. You know, again, just really positive stuff. And then obviously any collaboration with XRP would just be phenomenal. But this is really talking about, you know, the fact that you're not going to have to put these forms in to the SEC. They're standardizing everything. So it looks very much likely that Cardano is going to get a spot ETF, right? Current, you know, approval, I guess, percentage likelihood is at 95%. But Bloomberg experts now expect 100% approval. This is what I've been talking about for some time. I've been highlighting this to our community. Before Bitcoin even had, right, before Bitcoin even had approval for its spot ETF, I said that this was going to happen. I went on to say it's inevitable in my eyes. Not guaranteed, but in my eyes, it was 100% going to happen. I'm not the only one saying it now. So again, just really interesting. Again, talking about the ETF updates. There's just so much talk, hype around it. And, you know, when you consider, you know, I mean, lots of institutions as well, you know, looking at Cardano, when you consider Cardano is already outperforming over the last year, Ethereum and Bitcoin, that are in a completely different league when it comes to the amount of exposure those projects can access, right? The institutional access alone is huge. Imagine Cardano with the same, you know, operating in the same league as that. For me, it's going to be monstrous. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. We've got Cardano ADA price. Technical pattern suggests possible drop to 50 cent 95 support level. So again, this is just, again, talking about, you know, big pullbacks and stuff like that. Now, I've been forecasting this market for years now. I did say expect a pullback in September, the second half of September. I mean, I've been so clear about my expectations when it comes to my forecast. Obviously, I called the Fed pivot. I called the month that was going to be in 12 18 months before it happened. I told you the amount of basis points it would be. I then called the next interest rate cut, the month, the rate. Again, so accurate. I told you what was going to happen in the lead up to that, what was going to happen after that. Even like the month of September, in August, I said the first half of September was going to be green. After that, it was going to be volatile because of the interest rate decision. And we've kind of seen that. I even said in our community, the expectations for the percentage pullback being anywhere sort of between 20 and 25% on altcoins. We've seen that. So, the forecasting has been immense. What I am going to say is I'm not aligned to this. I don't think ADA is going down to 50 cent. I just can't see it. The fundamentals are too strong. I don't really care what the technicals say. Technicals can be wrong. There's a lot of people that do this analysis. They get it wrong more than they get it right. There's even people that are pretty good, but they're not that good, and they still get stuff wrong. So for me, not going to happen. Cardano price backtracks as the US SEC demands crypto ETFs 19B4 withdrawal. Again, there's lots of articles like this that are misleading. They're trying to tell you that this is a bad thing when it's actually a good thing. I don't know who's writing this stuff, but it's really bad, it's really poor, and it's a disservice. So I just wanted to flag it. And then we've got Cardano Foundation unveils next phase of network roadmap and mass adoption. And I do think that actually the actions that these I want to say actions, the actions of these actions, that's not right. The actions that are held within this roadmap are the correct actions to accelerate global Cardano adoption. And I'm excited about it. I really am excited about the new roadmap. I haven't been excited about governance. I'd never thought governance was really the right play. I think it was really done just because there was a risk that Trump wouldn't get elected and we wouldn't be where we are sat today. Again, that was something else that I did call. I called that Trump would be elected before he was even running. And I also highlighted the U-turn, and forecasted a U-turn from the SEC and the fact that Gary Gensler wasn't going to be there. So, I've predicted all of this stuff and it's all come to fruition. It's been really exciting. And, I'm a realist, right? So I'm not expecting to get everything right. I haven't got a crystal ball. Although some do joke that I do. What I would say is ultimately, I'm going to get something wrong very, very soon, right? Probability would state you can't be right 100% of the time and you're going to get something wrong. So, I'm a realist. At the end of the day, do your own research, never invest more than you're willing to lose. My goal here with these videos is to help people be successful, improve their lives for the better. And the only way that you really, truly, actually do that, there is no cheat code. You can't just follow me. You can't just follow somebody on YouTube. You've got to get into the trenches. You've got to work. You've got to work at it. You've got to put the time, the effort, and the dedication in. If you don't do that, you won't be successful, right? It's not about skill. It's not about having skills. It's about turning up and putting in the graft. And a lot of people fail because they just don't do that. They cheat, they steal, and they try to use cheat codes to get somewhere, and they're faking it and they won't make it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.